coming up. All right, so Otis getting ready to go as your top athlete. So we have Cash Berzolla and Otis Buckingham straight off the bow. Look at that air.
Otis, you are going hard on that one. There we go. Look at that. Oh, look at the speed he's got through there. That low tide is really sucking, so it might be a little bit shallow on that inside. But that is allowing these boys to be so much more critical and really hit those sections. Wow.
Yeah, we can see already a big score for Cash is coming in as we're waiting for that to appear. Otis also on this last wave, your men's final, as we are getting ready to go. Who is it going to be? I'm not going to say who's your money on, because we need to be as biased as we can.
Biased as we can? I can be biased if you want me to, but
I don't know.
I'm open. These two boys, I love both of their styles.
Yeah.
And I think that's the cool thing about it. I just love a good battle between two good riders. And look at that air section over that. Like,
beautiful.
There is nothing that beats watching good wingfoil riding. Like,
and also, like you're saying, to see two friends, airline Berzolla. Look at that. I mean, and they're bouncing off of each other as well.
They are.
You can see, like, it's like...
Look at this. This final is stepping up. The pitchiness of these waves, like, this is better than we've seen all day.
Yeah, look how you got that fall off again. He makes that look so easy, Aiden.
Yeah. Maybe he can ride my foil next time, and with him and Austin's balance, like...
Mate.
My foils will be flying after that.
Could be like PlayStation, just, you know... X squared double side, mate. X squared double side. So Cash Berzolla.
There he goes. He's not wanting to come down here. No, he comes down.
Okay, snap.
This could be a game changer early on in the heat. But he did have a good wave here. Look at this. Like, that's sort of critical turn.
As good as it gets. That is as good as it gets. 8.07.
The 3 right there, just on that shoulder. Oh.
Yeah, so he has an 8.07, and he's looking potentially to be having high 8s to 9.73 for Cash. Already, straight off the bat, 17.80. Otis, 7.07.
And I think Otis has their full ability to respond to this.
Oh, absolutely.
And watching these two ride over the last few days, it's just been like, wow. Otis does have a lot of talent here, and this is his first year on tour, and he is ripping. I think he rode last year. He might have come down to Brazil. I think so.
Yep.
But
we'll see. I mean, you know, to be in a final and both of the Maui boys here, it's so cool to see. I mean, island bragging rights are out here in the water.
Oh, I also think it's just, you see how talent breeds talent. Like, when you're around these guys and you're all riding together and getting so playful as young kids, they just grow off each other.
Yeah.
It's not you don't have your established style as much. You do, but you don't have that thing where, this is my way and I'm not willing to try something new. Whereas you start as a young kid, you're like, well, he did that. Why don't I do it like that?
Well, I got to go for that.
Exactly. You know. Well, that was really nice, Otis. Sort of really just surfy style there, sort of hand laying down on the water. Yeah. This is not going to be as big a set wave, but as we know, it can stand up here. Oh, that was beautiful.
Sliding. I mean, you know, it's controlled chaos.
Yeah.
Like, to be able to make that look so easy and move it across, it is so much control to be able to do that.
We just had a close call there with his wing almost hitting that foil of that last bit as he came off there. So that was very fortunate. It is not something you want to have your foil going through your wing at this last minute. But the control he had there and that, I think the judges are going to reward that well. And I think I am looking forward. There's Cash up in the background. So
we've got airtime. We have airtime.
We are seeing, there he goes, going back up to the point again, so didn't lose much time. We've still got 13 and a half minutes. I think Otis is going to have responded with a pretty good wave there. So that's going to be good in his books, but will he have to increase that? We'll have to wait and see to see what the score drops. We're getting a few scores in here that are looking pretty good on that, but he is going to have to put a cracker. A 9.73 is a high score. That's something you've really got to put down to get up to that level.
I mean, also, and his backup score of an 8.07, you know, Casher hasn't really, you know, left much margin for error.
Nah.
Like, straight off the bat, almost almost going down on the inside and being able to get back up. So fortunately back up in the point, but 2 of those scores already straight away. I mean, that is impressive to see. I mean, absolutely throwing down both of these youngsters. But yeah, Cash, ever since the day number 1, he has been on the money. We've been saying he's pretty much every single score of his has been a 7, an 8, or a 9, consistent as well.
He very rarely makes mistakes on waves. He just he dials it up, he brings it up, he goes, oh, I can take this to the next level.
Yep.
Oh, I can take this to the next level. He just starts mellow and just progresses until he gets this exceptional wave. And yeah, he might come down right at the end, but he's just kept growing into it. And
True.
The maneuvers he threw from the start are impressive for most athletes. And then he goes and he keeps building on that as he goes down. And there's only a few riders that really go with that style of, hey, I've got nothing to lose. There he is on another wave out the back there.
Nice
Beautiful roundhouse.
All the way along. Let's see. Opening it up with this section. Gaining some speed. Air off the top. Landing right in the pocket.
And as we've been talking with the judges earlier, it's a few things that get you those high scores. It's that mixing it up in variety. It's that going and being creative like that. Whoa, he came down there. That was a critical maneuver. It is getting under that pocket, making ears, making calves, showing everyone what is possible, but then also picking those set waves and riding it from the outside all the way in. If you combine all the elements together, it's a good score. If you combine them and show the judges something new, it's going to be an excellent score.
Yeah, no, and also, like Alvaro said, there's not much more you can do on a wave. When we see with those 9.73s, I mean, that's close to picture perfect as we've seen so far. But it's Cash, he just mixes up the surfing, creeps low, gets the air, and then, as you say, you can already see him building throughout the wave, and when he starts to get to those hollower sections, he starts to get playful, and that's where his raw talent comes into play.
Exactly, and there's different potentials on which waves can do what. Like as you were in Cape Verde, the waves were completely bigger and more powerful, but those are those waves, and you can get 10-point rides in those conditions, but a 10-point ride in these conditions is going to look very different in a sense. It's going to require a lot more technical elements, a lot more, not as much of the big wave control and power turns, but more of the snappy, shorter, playful, flowy, keeping that speed up even though it's hard to keep the speed in those conditions.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same on surfing. You get places like pipe or tubes where it is all about getting that barrel, and if you place that right, you're going or go back to it, you're going to get that 10-point ride. Where you go to places like Margaret River or Bondi, it's all about the surfing and linking it together, or Saquarema where we were last year. It's all about making the most out of the, let's say, less perfect conditions and really dancing out there on the water.
And it's interesting to see these guys do get a range of conditions here in Maui. They get those in the summer, it's pretty much flatter. They get smaller sort of waves, some more chop, hacky sort of turns, and then in the winter they get these big, powerful waves, which tend to make them quite well-balanced, well-rounded athletes, especially in the wind sport with waves. You've really seen them excel over the last couple of years. In the sports you've seen from the windsurfing, you've had plenty of time of the guys training in Maui because of those conditions, and you're getting the same thing in winging here, and all of these guys training here. It's pretty cool to see this level come so high.
Yeah, and I mean, here, look. It's nice.
Otis, this is going to be a good wave. He's going to want to get a little bit higher.
Yeah. Oh, that came out of nowhere.
Exactly. This is what we can see with these boys. They will put anything into this bag. So the wave's only stepping up. He's just kind of get behind that pocket again.
I love how you can see, like, nice little air there as well, how you can see how he just, Otis, he's pumping as if he was on a shortboard. You can see Cash there as well, just going back roundhousing and throwing that tail. It's as if they weren't on a foil.
Nah. And that's the cool thing about foiling. Like, these kind of waves on a shortboard would be like, oh, okay. But when you get onto a foil here, and you can start ripping it like this, and get back out. Even the guys who have been pro foiling the last few days, watching them throw their maneuvers, Otis going down on that 360, that's not going to give him the score he wants there. But it is going to be a good score. Will it improve on his 8.0? I'm not too sure. I think some of those maneuvers were a little bit more critical. But you can see how shallow it is here. You can see all those maneuvers and those aerial maneuvers that used to be critical in their own sense, they become even more critical now. Like Cash going down
hit the ground there.
Exactly. Like, he is there. Sweet. Okay, grab that board. Get out as quick as possible. Paddle out, paddle out, paddle out. Get up and wing again.
Yeah, there you can see Otis as well. just coming up on 8 minutes. So we got an Otis with an 8.0 and a 7.07. I mean, those are two big scores. But Cash just with, you can see there.
There's a Spencer
Maui crew.
And Austin Tovey and Jeff Berzolla and Otis dad there. We've got everyone just watching. They're sitting on the beach. A few nerves running as these boys are sitting down on the inside going, okay, let's hope they get a gust and get back up again. But it looks like that wind's filled in a little bit better and they're getting up. And those waves are getting a little bit more critical. When saying that was... I might just hold my words there, but a 9.23 on that one.
Oh,
that's...
I mean...
sorry, Otis, but 8.50 for Otis. That was incredible.
But look at this heat. I mean, the boys are throwing down. I mean, look at those scores.
Yeah.
That's a final.
That is a final. And this is what we kind of wanted. This is what we wanted to see. And these boys, one, the waves have turned on for what they've got so far, and two, they're riding like they've got nothing to lose, and that's what they have. They have nothing to lose. Literally, it's me against a mate, and if I win, sweet. If he wins, okay. But we'll go back at it tomorrow, and we'll go back out in session again. It's not. It's that's how these boys ride with that sort of style, that sort of playfulness.
And you can see, you see those good vibes in between all of the, the Maui crew in here. You can see Leon getting ready as he will be having his mini final coming up. So coming up next, we will have the final of the women, and then the mini final of the men will be coming in, and then the mini final of the women. So it's going to be going back and forward. But at the moment, both of these guys, 6 minutes.
Insane. This could fully be done. Otis is going to have to throw something we've never seen before, or something crazy to get that sort of. He's going to start having to get those he's going to need 2 9.5s.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to go all in. I mean, now it is do or die. He knows it, and he's taking off on what looks like one of the set waves. Nice turning back. This is where he's going to pump it. Goes back to the top. So he had to pump his way down, getting speed. I mean, that's pure surfing style. Tweaking it out.
I do love that sort of those wrapping turns that he does in there. Although it's not as much variety when you do 3 of them in a row, it is so powerful, and there is so much control to wrap 3 of those turns. It almost seems like the way you were doing this with a 300-meter point break, you were able to do 3 of those turns and then still put so much variety in this. Look at how many more hits you get.
Staying to the top of the wave as well, because let's not forget that tide is going down, so you got to be careful on that sandbar.
Here he is coming into the inside. Is this going to stand up and give him one more face and hit to do? No.
Back out.
Back out and trying not to get down again. So I think that'll be a pretty good wave, but an improvement on that 8.5, I'm not too sure. We'll have to wait and see what the judges thought of that. But he's going to get out to this outside there, and there's Francesca. She's in the mini final, so she's still got 2 heats before she jumps out. But they got a little bit stuck on that. She was talking about, okay, I might have to jump to a bigger board here. She is in an unfortunate position. She doesn't have a bigger board, but there are a few people around that say, hey, you can borrow our board if you do want to ride that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, so important to come to all of the events with a lot of the gear, but sometimes, that isn't possible. Not forget, not everybody has a complete quiver of gear, and I think after the great performance that she's had here, she's definitely going to be concentrating also on the wingfoiling. As I said, one of the top big air riders in the world, and great to see her here. And at the moment, this final, I mean, those are the scores that you want to see in a final.
So that last score that dropped was a 7.20 from Otis, which isn't going to improve his overall score, but we are excited to see what these boys can throw. 4.5 minutes. There is still full possibility of
I want another set.
cracking scores.
I mean, we want another set to come through. I mean, it is close to being a closed deal because Otis pretty much has to. He is comboed. Otis is comboed, so he would need to get 2 ways. 4 minutes is possible. It is possible. We've seen sets come through. We saw it go back, but time is ticking.
100%. If we get under 2 minutes, he's going to be really pushing it. So this next 2 minutes, he's going to need something, and then he's going to need another set wave to come through, which is hard to come by a double like that. And then both of those, he's going to need clean runs all the way out from the outside into the inside, which he has full potential to do. We've seen how his riding style is, and if he gets one of those set waves that really pushes, I actually think he can do something incredible, especially with those ears over that whitewater foam section.
Beautiful. He's going powerful with those and tweaks it out pure surfing style. Let's say Cash has a little bit more of the variety, but Cash, he's going to be circling with him as well, as he knows that anything can happen. Alright, so here we have all of the guys. They are still this grand final. I mean, Cash. Like we said, Aiden, that does not get much better than that. It really doesn't.
He just gets so playful in the way he rides.
Alright, so here both of the athletes, they are pushing their way through, but it is Cash Berzolla. Beautiful turn there from him.
Yeah, Cash Berzolla coming down on that inside there, getting a nice air over the wave. Wow, look at that. Incredible riding there. But is Otis going to be on this wave behind? I haven't seen. Maybe not, but that is the set that you're going to be looking for. This could put the nail in the coffin here.
It could.
If he gets another high 9, then it is going to be... Oh! Look at that. The board doesn't even touch.
It's insane. The control Cash has on those slides is ridiculous.
Yeah, maybe I might have to buy one of those Armstrong foils after he's ridden it. Maybe I can get a signed copy.
He was trying to cover up. He was trying to cover up there. Cash Berzolla, is there anything this kid can't do? Oh, ridiculous what we have just seen there from Cash. And now Otis, beautiful turns. He's got to go all in. All right, nice little air into the pocket. Both of these, they're just bouncing off each other.
They are. It is going to be a little bit tricky. What Cash had was a slightly bigger set wave there, so to be able to capitalize on this, Otis is going to have to do something really insane. We haven't actually seen in any of these heats, we haven't seen backflip re-entry onto a wave.
We haven't. I'm surprised we haven't seen a wing pass, to be honest.
Exactly.
I saw a few of the freestylers getting that.
There we go. Another ballerina.
360.
Oh, no. Unfortunate Otis. And with a minute to go. Comboed out. Unofficially,
I think we can say that it is going to be Cash Berzolla is going to take the competition.
Yeah.
It is definitely, 45 seconds. We are going to say it. It is obvious. We are going to be saying it because Otis is comboed out. Cash 9.73, 9.23. So, Maui boy Cash Berzolla is going to be your number 1 here for the GWA Wingfoil World Cup in Dakhla. Congratulations, Cash.
Wow, congratulations. And as you can see, these scores throughout this entire heat have been consistently high. Like, every wave has been good. There has just been some more waves that have been excellent. But these boys have been performing, and they've put on a show for us. This is the final we've been waiting for. Been waiting for something that just went wow, and these boys, the matchup, that was close, and as you can see, the variety these boys throw in, the maneuvers we haven't seen. So if you're looking to get onto this tour and you're looking to push the limit, then there we go. Time is up. Get out training. Have a look at how these guys are riding their heats and maybe take something out and go and train on some of these maneuvers these boys are throwing.
And we're going to wait for the athletes to come back to the shore. But it is official. That man on your screen, Cash Berzolla, taking the win. Your king of Dakhla. Congratulations to him, our winner here for the GWA Wingfoil World Cup here in Morocco. And welcome back, everybody. There is the flag. There is the flag. United States of America. Maui, Maui, Maui. Your winner, Cash Berzolla, our champion here for the GWA Wingfoil World Cup in Morocco. There we can see our tour manager, Tom Hartman, making his way to the shore to give that flag so he can fly it high in the air. And what an incredible final we have had. 9.73, 9.23, 18.96 total for Cash Berzolla. 8.0, 8.5, 16.50 for Otis Buckingham. Absolutely ripping. Congratulations there to Otis as well. Maui boys banding it out in the final. And what an amazing final it has been. Some of the best scores we have seen here on tour. And I know that man there is going to be having a smile on his face as he makes his way in. There we can see the family, the dad and all the boys showing the love and the respect. Your numero uno, El Jefe, El Capitan, as Wall Street would like to say. Cash Berzolla there, our number one athlete over here, and here he is. He is going to be a very, very happy individual. There it is, flag in the sky. Maui is number one. Congratulations to that young man. Cash Berzolla, your winner here of the Dakhla Wingfoil World Cup. Your Armstrong athlete. There we can see Finn and Austin holding that guy up in the sky. And these are the images that we want to see, that raw emotion as our champion.